Hello there guys, and welcome to the first video of 2024. It is a new year, and that means we have a whole 12 months to fill with brand new epic content, including videos, live streams, possibly some competitions and giveaways, and it may even be the year we hit the road with some in real life content, although I cannot promise anything on that front, and excuse the pun in there, by the way. If you spotted it, then well done. I would just like to make a short announcement, a New Year announcement, before we start with the actual theme of this video. So that'll just be a couple of minutes, so if you want to skip that, I will try and remember to put the chapters in the description so that you can skip to the start of the actual video if you don't want to listen to my announcement, although it'd be greatly appreciated if you did. Anyway, so we're less than a week into the January of the new year, and I am back with what I consider a nice gift for you guys, and the reason behind that is, well, thing is, 2023 wasn't perhaps the best for content here on the SG YouTube channel. We only had 17 videos, 5 or 6 live streams, and the main reason behind which was technological difficulty. Whilst 2023 was slightly lacking from the channel's point of view, in my opinion, this new year opens up a new opportunity for us here on the channel. I'm not sure if you'll know this, but I'm not particularly one for making New Year's resolutions, although I have decided this year to create one on behalf of the channel rather than myself, if you could call it a New Year's resolution. More with just an aim or a target, for those of you that aren't really fussed about resolutions. I want to make it my goal to produce at least 2 videos a month. So if there was 2 videos a month, then that's obviously 24 videos across the year. And I want to go live at least once a month. We used to do it, fortnightly during lockdown, or well, not during lockdown because this channel started after the first lockdown, but in the first kind of year of the channel I did live streams kind of fortnightly for a certain portion of time. But that has dropped off significantly. Like I said, we only did 5 or 6 in the whole of last year, and I want that to change because I do really enjoy them. I know that you guys enjoy interacting with me on the streams. We get to do lots of awesome things, and I do always enjoy it by the end of the evening. So in an ideal world, obviously, I would bang out one of these festival playlist guides every week on a Thursday or Friday like I'm doing this week. I will still have a lot on my plate this year, I have to be honest, but I do want to deliver for you guys. As you more than anyone deserve to receive a bit back for the amazing support that you've given me throughout this 3 years, and well, just over 3 years of the channel. So let's start off on the right foot, and let's get started with the Series 29 Summer Festival playlist, and that is what this video is going to be about. On a final note, I'd just like to thank Microsoft for destroying not only their services and Xbox app, I am looking at you in particular, but also for making my life 195 times harder than needed or needs to be. Last year, but also continuing into this year, because I am having to adapt to new methods to record and stream. It is a massive pain in the ass. So I would like to thank Microsoft for making my life harder and for ruining the Xbox app, amongst other things. It is much appreciated. But now we will crack on with the video and get back into the positives. So, enjoy. Okay, so we're moving on now to the festival playlist section of the video, which will be the main portion of the video. We are, of course, in the summer wet season, which means that it is the start of a new series, and that will be Series 29 Community Choice. So for those of you that don't know, the developers released a survey kind of form the other month. I think it popped up in the message centre. I filled it in and just asked a few questions. Gave you a few options on what cars you'd like to see in the festival playlist, what evolving world things you would like to see, etc, etc. In my opinion, there wasn't really much choice considering it's called Community Choice, but nevertheless the community has contributed towards this month's festival playlist, and that means that some of the reward cars that we've got are also going to have been voted by the players that are playing the game. So as usual, if you are new to the channel, I always go through the series and season rewards at the start of the video before we move on to all of the festival playlist challenges. Of course, if you are a Shylo gaming veteran, then you will know exactly what is about to happen. So we'll start off with the series rewards. There are 292 points available across the whole of the series, which is 73 points for each season. For 80 points across the series, you'll get the 2020 Nissan GT-R Nismo. That is a hard to find exclusive that was previously available to unlock through the festival playlist and is not available in the auto show. Then for 160 points we have the 2021 Porsche 911 GT3. Again, another hard to find festival playlist exclusive there. So both of these cars you'll be able to unlock across the month. You'll be able to unlock the GTR probably in summer or autumn, more likely autumn if you complete most of summer. And then for the 911, depending on how many points you get in the previous seasons, that'll probably be winter or spring for most of you. For me personally, I get 40 points every week, so I usually don't get the last reward until spring of each series. So that is the rewards for the series. Then moving on to the week that we're focusing on in this video, summer. As I said a minute ago, we have 73 points in this season. For 20 points you'll be able to get the McLaren 12C, that is returning from Horizon 4. I've driven one of them in real life, so I'm kind of excited to see it back, because after driving it I wanted to drive it in game and then realised that it wasn't in the game. But it is now, and it is available this season for 20 points. And then for 40 points you'll get the Aston Martin DBS, again I believe returning from Horizon 4 there. So both of the cars in the summer season rewards this season are exclusives to this series. Okay, so the first section in the Summer Festival playlist, as always, is the Forzathon events section. So we have the Forzathon Weekly Challenge, the Daily Challenges, and the Horizon Forzathon shop to look at, which we will do in a minute. We'll start off with the Weekly Challenge, which is this week called In Harmony. It will get you 5 points towards the Festival playlist and 160 Forzathon points, although you'll only get 80 if you don't own the La Casa Soliguera house, because that house, remember, gets you double Forzathon points, and that includes for Horizon Arcade events as well. So for this weekly challenge you'll be required to use the 1958 Aston Martin DBR1. It is quite an expensive car. In the auto show it is 22.5 million credits, so if you are a bit low on the ground in terms of credits, it is available in the Forzathon shop. Again, very expensive, 1200 Forzathon points, so you will have to have saved up quite a few there. You can see that I've got nearly 19,000, and that is having spent a couple of thousand over the Christmas festival playlist as well, getting duplicates and gifting a few cars. I personally don't really buy most of the cars in the Forzathon shop anymore. However, I do realise that 1200 Forzathon points is quite a lot. You might be able to find it in the auction house, although you can also buy the auto show vouchers using real life money as well. I'm not exactly encouraging that. However, it is always available if you need to buy some auto show vouchers, and then you'll be able to buy it for free from the auto show. Once you've got the car, you need to bank a skill chain of 50,000 for Chapter 2 Feeling Light. All you need to do for there, drift around, smash a few things, get some wreckage skills, some speed skills, some drift skills. Shouldn't take you too long and you'll have got 50,000 credits. It also doesn't need to be in one skill chain either. Then you need to maintain a speed of 100 miles an hour for 1 minute for Chapter 3 Speed Matters. Head over to the highway, put your foot down a bit, and that should take you not much time at all. I have made a tune as well for the DBR1, so if you search up my gamer tag Shylo 2017, it should be near the top of A class, and it should have Forzathon in the title. I think I called it Fun Forzathon. It is rear wheel drive. I just basically maxed out the stock engine and put a few other parts on it, so that should help you get the challenge done a bit quicker if you head over to the highway. And then for the final chapter, Standard Set, you just need to take a photo of the Aston Martin DBR1. It can be anywhere on the map, it can be an EventLab, whatever. Just take a photo of it. Nothing will really happen in the photo mode, but once you back out of photo mode again, it should say that the chapter is complete. As for the daily challenges, there are of course 7 of them. They release once each day at 2:30 PM GMT. or wherever you are in the world. I'm not going to go through these, however it is important to know that they last for 7 days each, so if you want to leave a couple of them, let a couple of them unlock and then do them in batches like I usually do, then that is fine, and they will overlap into the autumn season as well. All but the first one will lap into the autumn season, so I'm not going to spend any more time on them. And finally, we've already had a quick look in the Forzathon shop, but of course we have the Aston Martin DBR1, we've got the Nissan Rally Raid pickup, which featured in one of the first videos on my channel for FH5, one of the Exploring the Map videos. We have some leggings and a moat, and of course the super wheel spins and wheel spins. So nothing particularly special in there unless you are wanting to get the Aston Martin. We now move swiftly on to the seasonal events section, which contains the trial, some EventLabs, seasonal PR Stunts and the seasonal championships. And we'll be starting off with the trial, Fantastic Tours. This will get you 10 points towards the festival playlist and a Plymouth Cuda, and it requires A-Class GT cars and also A-Class Super GT on road racing. For this I have 4 cars in my garage, all of them are tuned by me, first of which is the 2019 Aston Martin Vantage, which is all-wheel drive, kind of more balanced build for those of you that need one of those kind of tunes. Then we also have the BMW M8 Competition from 2020. This is Car Pass exclusive, so if you don't own the Car Pass then you will not be able to use this one. Moving along the line, we have the Maserati GTS from 2010. This is a more rear-wheel drive purist tune for those of you that want to try one of them out. And then we have the Mercedes SL65 Black Series, which is again more of a bit of a power build but with plenty of grip as well. So either of them tunes should be able to get you this event done quite easily. Next up in the seasonal events section is EventLabs. There are 3 of them this week, all earning you 3 points along with their respective other prizes. The first one of which is called Soul City 2.0, and it will get you the Buick Regal GNX along with your 3 points. The restriction for this one is A-Class modern sports cars, so as usual let's head over to my garage. For this event I have selected 4 of the best tunes from my garage. All of them are by me, so as usual just search up my gamer tag and they're probably all called something along seasonal or something like that. The first one is the 2010 Audi TT-RS Coupe. I've got the other 2 TTs tuned as well, but I thought this one was the best. It's the most balanced, plenty of horsepower and plenty of grip. Moving on, we have the BMW Z4 from 2008, which I tuned for a competition that I ran on the channel. Again, another sturdy build. Then we move along to the Lotus XE-Jess. I know this is one of the more meta/off-meta cars in the game. My tune probably not as competitive as some, but it is still good nonetheless. And then finally, right at the end here, the Subaru BRZ, not to be confused with the one that's just been added last month. This is the 2013 one, more of a purist build out there for those of you that like them. Our next event lab comes from Leslie Dawelsh 1, and it is called Los Jardines International Open. It will get you a super wheel spin along with the points and requires S2 class extreme track toys. I do have quite a few extreme track toys tuned in S2 class, but I've chosen the best 3 in my opinion. The first of which is the Bugatti Divo from 2019. This one featured in the recent FH5 2 years video, so cheeky little plug for that. You'll be able to find it on the channel. A lot of work did go into that one, so if you could check it out that would be greatly appreciated. We then have the Ferrari F40 Competizione, which I tuned as part of my Let's Play series at the start of FH5. And finally, right at the end here, we have the Ultimate Evolution from 2010, for which I believe I have 2 tunes shared. The one I have installed is probably your best bet with the all-wheel drive, however feel free to use the rear-wheel drive, higher powered version to test your driving skill. And the final event lab for the summer season of Series 29 is from the Filthy Honey, and it is called Starship Horizon. It will get you a grey suit, which is great, and it requires A-Class Horizon Special EV. So that is a bit of an ambiguous one because it isn't a filter that you can apply in your garage. I'm not quite sure why they haven't fixed that in the 2 years that FH5 has been around, but we'll gloss over that one. However, I do have a couple of EVs that I have tuned in A-Class that you should be able to qualify for this challenge. So, of course, when it comes to EV challenges, we always have the array of selection of extreme E vehicles. The only one I have tuned is the number 99 Chip Ganassi version. However, as you probably know, they are all the same, just with a different livery, so you could apply exactly the same tune to all of them, theoretically, and it would be the same. I'm not quite sure what the actual thing is in the event lab, but hopefully that should be alright. I also have the Jaguar I-Pace tune near the top of A-Class. Whether it'll be any good, I'm not really too sure. You can't really do too much with that car anyway. You can also use the likes of the Mini 65 Forza Edition, or the Razor Tachyon, which is of course bugged in A-Class. But yeah, bit of an interesting one, that one. Moving on to arguably the best section of the video, and that is coming from the viewer's point of view, because we are at the PR Stunts section of the video, and that means you get to see me drive, and probably fail, which as we've done in the past, I usually fail at least one of them first attempt, which is slightly embarrassing considering that I'm doing the guide, but hopefully that won't happen today, touch wood. There you go, I touched wood, well I smacked wood. They all require the same thing this week, so we'll just go over the tunes first, and then I'll show you a clip of me completing each of them in due course. So we have the Ranas Saltarinas Danger Sign, we have the Pantano Pass Speed Trap, and the East Resort Speed Trap. All of them will get you 2 points in the Super Wheel Spin, and the restriction for all of them is S2 class, anything goes, so nice and simple. So let's head over to my garage, see what I've got, and then I'll show you some clips. Okay, so I have a bit of an array of tunes for you here, up to you which ones you see viable for each PR stunt, but we have the Aerial Atom, which is kind of more or less maxed out kind of tune, all-wheel drive, very fast, very maniatic. You've seen the Bugatti Divo and the Ferrari F40. We have the very trustworthy Hoonigan RS200, which has served me well here on the channel since Horizon 4. We have the Jaguar XJR15, a bit of a meta in S2 class, but with this tune that I can't even remember creating, but apparently I did. It's quite fast in a straight line, not so much in the corners. We have the Mercedes AMG 1, which in highway mode is another absolute beast in a straight line. The Porsche 918 Spider, which is just absolutely berserk, and of course the Ultima, which we have already mentioned.
Arrived at your destination. Arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
We now move on to the final two events of the seasonal events section, which are both seasonal championships. As usual for these, the difficulty should be locked to highly skilled, and that is the requirement for the maximum prize in each of them. So the first championship this week is short circuits. It is road racing, as are all of the events in this week's festival playlist. It will get you 5 points and a 2009 BMW M5 to enjoy that V10. And it is A-Class Aston. Okay, so I have two for you this week, unless of course you want to use the DBR one from the Forzathon, although I wouldn't exactly recommend that, at least with that tune. So we have the 2019 Aston Martin Vantage, so I've put it on rally tyres. It's got a bit more horsepower than stock, although it is more focused on grip. Hopefully it should be a nice balanced build for you. And then if you want to have a bit of a challenge, the Aston Martin DBX, it's kind of a road/dirt cross. It's alright, it's nothing special, it's obviously not going to challenge the sports and supercars of the Aston Martin range. However, you know, if you want to ram the driver tires, not your teammates, if you're doing it co-op, then this is a good one for you to choose. And the second and final championship, Mazda Full Driving, again road racing, will get you 5 points and a 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle, and requires B-Class Mazda. Similarly to the last, just the two for you on this one. We have the 1994 MX-5 Miata, probably the worst out of the two in my opinion, although still quite a strong car, or at least average, just less than 300 horsepower there, and very, very light. We have probably the best of the two in my opinion, which is the 1997 Mazda RX-7. This one's quite a lot of power, good grip, decent acceleration, decent brakes, more of an all-round build with this one. 2 sections down, 3 sections to go, although these latter 3 will be taking a lot less time than the prior 2. So first off in this section we have treasure hunts. There are 2 of them this week, which is quite exciting, so not just the one that we're used to, but in fact 2, and the first of which is called Better Make Way. The treasure clue for this one is take this maker for a meander, 3 miles should do the trick, and it will get you 3 points and 100 Forzathon points once you have smashed through the treasure chest. If you don't know how this works, you have to follow the treasure clue, and then once you've completed it, it'll say treasure challenge completed. Then it will give you a circle similar to the way barn finds work. Within that circle on the map will be the treasure chest, and once you have found it and smashed through it, you will get the reward and the points towards your festival playlist. So, all that you need to do for this one is to take any BMW, although if you want to be safe, I'd recommend taking the one in the Forza, which is the 2016 BMW M4 GTS, and taking it for 3 miles, which is just under 5 kilometres. I believe it's around 4.8 kilometres. All you need to do is drive for that distance in any BMW or that specific BMW, and then it should say treasure challenge completed. The easiest way to do this, of course, is to head over to the highway there, and if you put a tune on, of course, it'll be quicker. However, you do not need to tune your car at all. If you also don't know how to unlock the M4 GTS, if you are going to use that, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that it is unlocked by unlocking all of the other BMWs in the game. So once you've unlocked all the other BMWs in the car collection, it should then give you the M4 GTS as a reward for doing that. Okay, so after your little 3-mile venture in your BMW, you'll be able to go ahead and smash the treasure chest within the area that it says on the map. So spoiler alert, I am going to now show you the exact location of this treasure chest, so if you don't want to see it and you want to find it yourself, pause the video, go and find it yourself, or skip around 30 seconds in the video using the chapters in the description. Hopefully they'll be there. So when you head back to your festival playlist, you'll see that it's updated the thumbnail for the treasure hunt, and this gives you a bit of an extra clue as to where it might be. I can go and show you exactly where it will be now, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. So heading along here, you can see we're on the neon airstrip, and just along the end here, through this gap, we head down here, and then it is by one of these houses over here. I believe it is this one. Here we are, look. So by this house here, and you can see the massive building there. Might need a bit more speed. So this is exactly where the treasure chest is located. Go ahead and smash it and you'll have yourself 100 Forzathon points. Moving swiftly on, we have the second treasure chest for the summer season, which is called Relighting the Fire. The treasure clue for this one is as follows. The Firebird will win and win again, aiming for gold, and this will get you 3 points and 250,000 credits once you smash through the chest. You now know the routine of this. So for this one, all you need to do is win 2 race events in any Pontiac Firebird. And again, if you want to be safe, use the one in the picture, which is the 1977 Pontiac Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. That's correct. So this can be any race event. So to make it simple, you can go at it and do any drag race event. Set the difficulty to tourist because it doesn't need to be on any specific difficulty. Win the races, and then it should be able to be completed. Just to quickly mention as well, I have found that I do already have a tune for this Pontiac. It is A-Class. I'm assuming that we've used it for a Forzathon or some event before, so if you want to download it to make your life easier when completing these quick races, then by all means go ahead and do so using my game tag. Okay, so as before, spoiler alert, as I am about to show you the exact location of the treasure chest, here is your clue in the festival playlist as the icon has now changed, and heading back into free roam you can see that the circle is around the Horizon Street Scene Festival. The chest itself is located just on this side of the festival, right here. Smash through it and you get yourself 250,000 credits, as well as your points towards the playlist. Our photo challenge for this week is #LamboLights, and it will get you 2 points and the Horizon Rush t-shirt, which is slightly bizarre considering this season is heavily revolving around Horizon Apex. Anyway, it is to take any photo, take a photo of any Lamborghini at the Aerodromo en La Salva while it is night time, and there is a little feature there from delivery by Eagles Rock. So, Aerodromo La Salva, whatever the hell it's called, is basically what most of us refer to as the Mulej airfield, and it is right here, the same place that we've just been for the first treasure chest. You'll notice all the neon lights on there. You just need to take a picture of any Lamborghini somewhere on that airstrip and you will have got your points towards the photo challenge. And just like that, we have another section under our belt, just 2 left to go, the first of which is monthly events. So as voted by the Community Choice Festival Playlist survey, we have 4 monthly events this week, 2 normal and 2 Forza EV events. Personally, I'm quite happy with this, one of the best things that's happened in this Community Choice Festival Playlist, because I do quite enjoy doing the monthly Rivals events with the temporary leaderboards. So for all of them, all you need to do is post a clean lap to complete. So that means not a dirty lap. So if you notice an exclamation mark in a yellow box on by the side of your time, that means it is dirty. And that is usually because you've missed a checkpoint, you've hit a wall, or you've used rewind. You can't do any of those things. All you need to do is post a clean lap, and you will have completed the challenge. So you don't need to beat your rival. That might be a common, frequently asked question. All you need to do is post a clean lap in each of the separate events. You obviously have to do all of them. You can't just do one and then expect all of them to be completed. There are 4 different tracks, 4 different cars. Do all of them and you'll have your points. Do also note that the 4 points is distributed across the whole of the series, so you get your 4 points added onto the series for each of them, and then that'll be 1 point for every season for each of them. So in total, that is 16 points for the series and 4 points every week for each of them. And the final section to wrap up the Series 29 Summer Festival playlist is the Rally Adventure events and the Hot Wheels events. I'm not going to spend too much time on these because I know that not many people bother with them anyway unless they're going for 100% achievements. Of course, you do need the expansions themselves to be able to do these, so you can either buy them both separately, or I'm not sure if you can do that actually, or you can buy them as the expansion bundle or as part of the premium add-ons bundle. So we have the Hot Wheels events over here. So we've got the Ice Cauldron Drift Zone and the Pedal Pushing Seasonal Championship. So the PR Stunts are both S2 Anything Goes, and then we have S1 Decade 1990, so that's nice and open, and C-Class Retro Hot Hatch for the Hatchback by Popular Demand Seasonal Championship of the Rally Adventure expansion. Like I said, not going to spend too much time going over tunes on those ones. However, if you do need any recommendations or help with them, do not hesitate to contact me in the comments or via Xbox or Discord. I am always open to helping people out on these videos. Okay, and that wraps up the first video of 2024, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate your support as usual. As I said at the start of the video, I endeavour to continue to do these guides every week, or at least for a couple of them in a month. I'll try to get a couple of videos out each month and try to do a stream at some point every month as well. We'll see if we can keep that up throughout the year. I will try my very best, and whatever you can do to support me will be greatly appreciated as well. Leave your thoughts, comments, questions or whatever else you have to say in the comment section of the video. Don't forget to check out the description for any other additional information and for the chapters to rewatch or skip to different sections of the video. I will hopefully see you next week with another guide. I do realise that this one was a bit late released, But I had a few technicals, as I mentioned at the start of the video, so maybe I shouldn't have said that because it kind of jinxed myself. But I'll try to upload these, Thursday or Fridays in future. But I am glad that we've got a first video of 2024 out as soon as we can. So thank you very much for watching once again, and I will hopefully see you next week. Bye!